I have illusionist Bryan Miles joining me in studio, and he is the only South African to ever be invited to perform at the Magic Castle in Hollywood, so he's going to tell us a little bit about that. Welcome.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for having me.
Yes, not a problem. Let's start off with the Magic Castle. What does it feel like to have been invited to such a prestigious place?
To be honest, it's a dream come true. I mean, when I was younger, I kind of looked up to always going to just attend and watch performances there, and then let alone when they got hold of me this year saying that I could come and perform, I was just absolutely speechless. Yeah, and I've kind of representing South Africa, so it's quite a big deal. That's
amazing. So you're an illusionist.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What does it mean? Well, I'm actually a student of human behavior. So what I do is as a child, I was always obsessed with pulling things apart, and I wanted to know how things worked, but also why they worked. And that kind of led to my fascination with the human mind and realizing that actually everything is taking place in here, and this is the most exciting place to explore. And then got me interested in things like hypnosis, suggestion, magic, psychology, and all of that. And I've kind of merged all of those techniques together to perform what I do now. And I call myself an illusionist because I kind of blur that line between is it real, is it not real, you don't really know, but hopefully in an entertaining way. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to do some illusions throughout the show.
Yeah, so actually, can we stand up for a second?
Sure.
Because, Jennifer, you see, I've been realizing how easy it is for us humans to become so caught up in those boring, everyday, mundane routines. You know what I mean? Like, wake up, go to work,
go
feed
home.
the kids, take the dog for a walk, write poetry, whatever it is for you. So what I've decided to do is I've tried to inject a little bit of excitement, a little bit of a risk into my life. So what I do is I make up a bunch of cards like this, and then on the back I write different decisions. And then I leave it up to chance. So what I do is I take a die, and I give it a throw, give it a shake, and whatever number comes up, for example 4, then I will pick whatever's on the back of 4, and whatever's on the back of 4 I have to do.
Do you really do this?
Yeah, so and it keeps things exciting and I have no one to blame. So we're going to play. So put your hand over the cup, over the top, give it a shake. Quick, you happy? All right, let it settle. What number do you see?
Just open and look at it.
Yeah, what number do you see?
3.
Let me just double check. 3 it is. So whatever's on the back of 3, Jennifer, I will do right now. Okay, so whatever's on the back of 3, I will do right now. Let's have a look and see. Oh. Hug. Do you mind? Do you mind? Oh, come on. Oh, thanks. Yeah,
you're welcome.
It's gone a lot worse. Yeah, no. I really can't go through.
Do you mind? Yes.
I really can't go through yesterday again.
Tell me about the kinds of shows that you do.
I do, most of my work is corporate work for large corporations and whatnot. I do public shows, and I did probably one of my biggest public shows February this year. I did it all the way out in Somerset West, my hometown, so that was quite exciting there. We did 2 sold-out nights there. And I do a lot of public performances for smaller groups. You can find me at random locations. Just check my website, yeah. But I mean, the bulk of my work is corporate work, yeah. So.
Okay, cool. And you mentioned your website. How can people find you online?
Yeah, people can find me at bryanmiles.com. That's Bryan with a Y, BRYANMILES.com. And I also have a YouTube channel, which is Bryan Miles TV, I know. And that's kind of how the Magic Castle got hold of me as well, is they went online and they saw my videos, and they got in touch with me. It was about a year ago or so. And then I submitted another video for them, and then they invited me to come over. So if people want to see what I do, if they want to find out what it is that I do, you know, mind magic or whatever you want to call it, they can go to my YouTube channel, which is bryanmiles.com. And if they hit the subscribe button, my mom will be very happy.
Everyone's mom is so happy when people subscribe to their YouTube channels. What is the YouTube?
Yeah.
Do you look up to any illusionists?
Yes, I do. I mean, I grew up watching some of the greats, like the sort of bigger illusionists. And then I kind of moved away from that and kind of started watching local performers here, hypnotists and stand-up comedians, believe it or not, as well as musicians. I get inspiration from them as well. So I kind of have used all of those art forms to kind of elevate what I do. I know that sounds very wishy-washy, but I think it's important to be inspired via other arts that aren't really, you know, your own. So yeah, I've looked up watching TV, watching all the big illusionists and magicians and hypnotists, hoping one day that I too could, you know, maybe go out to LA or whatever. And now it's kind of coming true. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
What else do you plan to do when you're in LA?
Well, I'm going to go to Disneyland, obviously.
Obviously.
Again,
Again?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I know I shouldn't name drop, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go to Disneyland.
What's your favorite ride at Disneyland?
The Indiana Jones ride. Yeah.
So cool.
It was pretty awesome. I've been on it when it actually froze because it's run by a Microsoft program, but that's another story. Yeah, that was pretty. I'm going to go to Disneyland again. I'm going to see a bunch of shows. There are a number of shows on when I'm there, so I'm going to see those, and hopefully, meet some people and tell them about South Africa, and what's happening here.
Cool. Yeah. Let's do another illusion.
One of the areas that interests me hugely is the area of predictability, is being able to predict somebody's behavior. Now, Jennifer, if I was to try and predict your behavior, well, that'd be a really difficult task because, I mean, I've just met you. I don't really know much about your personality. But Freud suggested that everything we learn in our childhood up until around about age 5 would determine what type of personality we have. And there have been some really interesting studies. For example, how many questions do you think you need to ask a complete stranger in order to know everything there is to know about them?
I would say a lot.
A lot, yes. Yeah? Give me a number.
I'm going to be way off. Everything there is to know about them.
Everything there is to know about them.
Everything?
Yep, everything.
143.
Surprisingly, just 3.
3?
I'm going to ask you 3 questions, okay, Jennifer. And all I ask is that you just be honest in your response. Okay. And I'm going to jot down some notes. I'm going to jot down some notes here. And these notes will be for you. They're not for the cameraman. They're not for that lady over there pretending to work. They are for you, okay? And just be honest in your response, and I'll show you this in a moment. First question is, do you consume more than 2 beers a day?
No.
Okay, that was a trick question. It's got nothing to do with what we're doing. But thank you, Jennifer. I'm really glad to hear that you...
It's wine.
Okay, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Now, that's what's called in the corporate industry an icebreaker. Okay. And we get tempted to joke. Okay, first question is, indoors or outdoors type of person? What would you say?
Outdoors.
Okay, just give me a second here. Yeah. This tells me how you're going to spend your weekends or maybe your holidays. Okay. Okay. I want you to think of a small item from home, something that means a lot to you. You don't have to tell me what it is. But just imagine that that item could only come in black or white. What color would you pick?
Black.
Okay, this tells me about your artistic tastes. Okay. Let me just get this. And last question is, do you want this or do you want that?
That.
That. Okay, so this tells me about whether you're going to go for what I'm offering or go for the alternative. Okay. And we're just going to finish up here. That should do it, I think. I've written down some notes here. Sorry, I just want to punctuate it properly. So my English teacher gets angry. Okay, so okay, some notes here. These notes are for you, and I'm going to place them here on the table. I'm just going to stand up here for just a second, and I'm going to place those just over there.
Okay.
If I've got you pinned correctly, Jennifer,
yes,
that should be the outcome. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to try and predict your behavior. So I'm going to use, we can use my wallet, and we can use my phone. You don't have a phone on you, do you?
No.
Okay, let me just see. We can use the die. Phone. We'll use my phone. It would be nice to use your phone, but it's fine. That's a bit big.
Okay.
3 items.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want you to think I've now placed them like in a particular order or anything, so you can rearrange the items if you like. But are you happy?
Yeah, you're happy.
Okay, cool. Can you take your left hand and hold it just a ruler's length above the items for me?
All of them?
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
And just move your hand kind of back and forth over the items, just for like 1 or 2 seconds, and then bring your hand down on one of the items. Just for like 1 or 2 seconds, and then just bring your hand down on one of the items. Okay, keep your hand there. I've got these 2 objects, my phone and the die. Which one would you like?
The phone.
You want the phone? My phone?
Yeah.
Take it.
Okay.
Right, so you've decided on the phone for yourself, you decided on the die for me, and you decided to leave the wallet on the table.
Yeah.
You're happy with those decisions? They're free and fair decisions that you made right now, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just show you. I wrote down some notes, and these notes were for that lady over there, right?
Yes.
No, they weren't, Jennifer, they were for you.
I'm sorry.
That's fine, you can move your hand, yeah? I want you to just read what's on here. You make sure I read everything that's written on here. These notes are for you, yeah? It says here, I will hold the die. Yeah. I'm indeed holding the die. You will hold the phone, and you're holding the phone, my phone, which is counterintuitive, and the wallet will be on the table.
How did you know that?
And that is how you predict a complete stranger's behavior. So Jennifer, thank you for being you.
Thank you for reading my mind.
Yeah, just a simple demonstration of predictability.
That's really cool. Back to the interview, I guess. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever revealed your secrets to anyone?
I don't view them as secrets. I think they're skills and techniques we all have access to, but it's just about tapping into them. You might see a guitarist is very good, and you yourself can play guitar, but you'll never be quite the fretboard shredder, or whatever they call it. So I think it's about finding the skills, tapping into them, and perfecting them. So in that sense, I think they're available to everyone, and there's not really much to reveal.
How do you perfect these skills? Like, what do you do? Do you have to train? Do you have to get your mind ready to do these things?
Yeah, well, it's a combination of skills. It's understanding people. When you're working with the human equation, it's very difficult. I don't know how people are going to react, as well as just knowing yourself and knowing the telltale signs, whether it's body language via people that I can induce. In other words, I'm influencing you to do something and you're hopefully not aware of it. So yeah, I used to try these things when I was at school on all of my friends, during break times, and they were both always amazed at what I was doing. And yeah, so that's I've been perfecting it over a long period of time. So,
that's really great.
Yeah. So I sometimes like to use the metaphor that we humans are all like trains on a track. We all see the train, but we don't all see the track, and we don't all know the final destination. I'm one of those people who can see the tracks. I know the final destination, and if need be, I can manipulate those tracks without you even knowing.
Well, you've blown my mind today, and I wish you the best of luck at the Magic Castle. Is there any way people can see your performance at the Magic Castle?
Yes, absolutely. If people live in LA, obviously they can just come and get hold of me. They can also, if you live in South Africa and you want to come and see me, you can contact me via my website, bryanmiles.com, or they can send an email to info@bryanmiles.com if they'd like to find out. And equally, they can go to themagiccastle.com. and find out more information about how they can actually come and see me. Yeah, so it actually is quite easy to come and see me. Just a long flight.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is kind of interesting. We'll see if this works.
Okay.
Okay. This green envelope's kind of interesting. Now, Jennifer, just for the record, we haven't set anything up. I have not told you what's inside of this green envelope. You do not know. All right. And it's an opaque envelope, so you cannot see through it. Even if you hold it up to the studio lights, you cannot see through it. I will tell you that it's a simple image that's inside of this envelope. But if you were to try and guess what it is, you'd probably get it wrong, okay? However, I want you to use your power of imagination, okay? And what I want you to do now is I want you to imagine, just for a moment in time, that you can see into the envelope, okay? That you can actually see into the envelope. And right now, I want you in your mind to see that green rectangle. And I want you now to begin to form an image. What's important is that you have an image in mind for this demonstration. So I want you now to really imagine that image very blurry. And imagine now you can just turn the focus dial and that image just slowly comes into focus, this image that you have in mind. It's just slowly coming into focus and it's crystal clear now, and just stop for me. You have something in mind? Yes? Okay. Now just for record, were you visualizing all of that right now?
Yes.
Correct? And this image you have in mind now, it's come from your imagination?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, fantastic. Here's what we're going to do. Can you just hold that for me, and can you draw just very, very quickly the image you have in mind right now? Right there, nice and big so we can kind of see it on camera.
Okay.
And we haven't set anything up. I'm not paying you just to make me look nice, and I have not shown you what's inside of here. Nice and big, as quick as you can.
Okay, done.
No marks for, okay, you've got something? Yeah. Okay, can you turn it and show the camera so we can just kind of see, and can you just, for the sake of clarity, just tell them what it is, because I don't want to preempt anything. What is that?
It's a house.
A house, okay, a very simple house. Okay, a lot of people will go for a tree or a car, which is fairly obvious. Can I hold that? Can you take that? I'll take the pen off you. Can you go ahead and open up that envelope, and can we just see how strong your power of imagination is? I said this isn't a common thing for people to draw. People must draw a tree or a car. You've drawn a...
I saw you were on Espresso and he drew a car.
Oh, you drew a car? Yeah. So let's see. So this is counterintuitive, a bit of a challenge. Let's see how well...
No! Your house is much better than mine.
So you got pretty close.
Yeah.
You've missed the
windows
and the chimney, but I mean those...
I was thinking about a chimney, actually.
You were thinking about a chimney. Fantastic. So that is the power of your imagination.
That's crazy.
And yeah, so thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You
good luck.
Envelope.
Okay, cool. And good luck in Hollywood.